Ethereum to the Bitcoin pair using the Bitfinex price feed. I've been asked for this pair. And to keep it shorter, I'm not going to do all the past counting. I'm just going to focus on the current price, modality, and pattern and Elliott waves. So I already drew out a couple of the downward wedge patterns that you can see. And this really has to do with the fact that it looks like a fractal. Now, what is a fractal? For those of you who have not heard of this before, fractal is a pattern that have high degree of similarity index, but not exact. And in technical analysis, fractals can be used as one of a component inputs to determine on a probability basis the likely future price pathway. So here we have the first fractal, which usually these triangles count as an A, B, C, D, E. And for the first one, we can count it as A, B, do this again, A, B, C, D, and E. So if we have it that way, we can also say that after the E finished, there was an impulse wave of 5 waves up, a breakout. Now here, in my earlier Bitcoin update today, I had indicated how even with an initial breakout, it can go to a lower low. This is another perfect example. One might have thought, oh, here's the breakout coming and higher high highs. But there was, in fact, one more lower low. So that is something that you need to be aware of and consider. So from here, there were 5 waves up. And we can count those 5 waves out like this. And this is a daily chart, so it's pretty cool how a daily chart is separating out so well into the distinct waves. You can visualize it at the daily scale, and you don't have to go to the 1 hour or 4 hour scale to be able to see the final parts of the waves to be able to do the better counting. So after 5 waves, Elliott waves requires a retracement. And that retracement, well, if you look at here, for example, the wick, this, while not as bad as this is an indication of what's called a flame out. It's like the final remaining bowls are being flamed out, burnt out, before the onset of the correction. And the key here is, all right, to what degree of retracement can we expect? And I guess we can look at first the retracement of this on a Fibonacci. The apex is occurring pretty much out at the 0.78 Fibonacci zone. Price has pierced and is staying below the 0.618. So I think the 0.78 will be the target. And this will be labeled using, again, similar to the fractal here, A, B, C, D, E. So it's A, B, C, D, and one more lower low. I think that makes the best sense. Not only that, but that'll bring it to pretty much the 0.78 right here, and also very proximal to the apex. So what this means is that we need to then probably go into the 1-hour charts and start tracking the subwaves pretty closely. So each of the waves will be divided into an ABC. So this will be A, B, and C. So if A is done, this is probably a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will have to then see if there will be 5 waves down for the white C wave. Remember, C waves always have 5 subwaves. And if the A had 5, this becomes what? A zigzag ABC, which would allow to give it a little bit more downward stretch. So labeling that final AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could look something like this. So that'll be 5 of C of E, and that probably will take us into probably early April or so. All right, I hope you found this Ethereum to the Bitcoin pair analysis helpful to maybe augment your own due diligence. Have a great day.